After the night I saw Aquaman, I was starting to write a review, but then the next night I got to see the new Transformers film, Bumblebee. My original schedule was that I would get Aquaman done, start making the Bumblebee review and finish it, and then finish a secret project that I'm working on with one of my friends right now, which I can't tell you about. But when I saw this film, I just had to write a review on it. Plus, I'm not the biggest DC fan, and I would much rather prefer films and franchises that I'm actually interested in. Now that that disclaimer's out of the way, let's just start with this review. You may think at first, before you go into seeing this film, that it's gonna be your typical Transformers action film, with metal clanging against each other for 500 times. That is not how this movie goes. Instead, this movie goes for a more lighthearted tone, with the occasional exception of some of the action scenes. One of the major problems that the Transformers franchise had, other than Michael Bay, was that the human characters in the films just felt like lazy plot devices made to excel the story. In this film, that problem is completely solved, with each of the humans having a compelling and likable personality, along with the Transformers, surprisingly. However, one of the major problems with this film is how it fits into the timeline. See, in this film, they give a timeline of events that fit into the main timeline, but in the last few moments of the film, it seems as if they completely disregard what happened in the other films. Then that breaks down the entire timeline of the other films. And plus, Cybertron looks way different than it does in the normal Transformers films. It has a look much more reminiscent of the 80s Cybertron instead of the modern Gears-inspired look that the modern Transformers have. But other than that, it stays pretty much a solid written film. If you had not watched any of the other Transformers films, then you would probably enjoy this thoroughly. I think, at least. It all depends on your take on action films and favorite genres and such. This is also kind of a comedy film, but it isn't trying too hard to rip off Marvel. Most of the humor is instead with Bumblebee and visual comedy. It's really enjoyable, and now that I have given some valid criticism to the film, I can get to my favorite part of the film. Alright, this next bit is just me basically fanboying over the film, but I just have to say, this film looks great overall, with the colors and the shading and the atmosphere just look amazing. But since I am a G1 fanboy, I have to talk about the designs of the Transformers. I just love these designs. They're basically a love letter to the original fans of the OG G1 Transformers. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but there is a moment in the film where they show Cybertron, and it just left a huge grin on my face when I was in the theater. I love the G1 designs they put into this film. They have a realistic look like the modern Transformers movies, yet stay true to the original designs. The sound design in this film is also interesting, with them having the classic transforming sounds and such. The Decepticons in this film that look for Bumblebee actually have some genuine personality and aren't just evil people. Okay, now I hope I can answer this next question for you in a good way that won't make you automatically think that this is just another bad Transformer film. Well, this is a topic that's going to be interesting to talk about. As a Transformers film, it is amazing! But as a standalone film, it definitely needs some work. You could tell that Paramount wasn't confident in this film due to its late year release, but it is definitely a good film with a good heart. The music is kinda generic in areas as well, with only a couple moments shining. This is a problem that most modern blockbuster movies have these days, but I will not go on a rant about that right now. Anyways, if you want a decent adventure film with a bit of sci-fi or a classic 80s adventure film, this film is a must-watch for you right now. And if you are a classic 80s Transformers fan, then go to the theater right now. It is such a good film. Anyways, my final verdict on this movie is that it's a good film with a good heart, and definitely it deserves a better treatment for the box office. 8 out of 10, totally not IGN. Hey everybody, Editor Unkle back here again. I just want to say if I sound like really tired in that video, it's because I was recording that at 11:30 at night. I just wanted to go to bed, so yeah, I was just tired. Anyways, if you like this content, hit that like button please, and if you want to discuss more about this movie, comment down below your opinion on it. Please try to keep it spoiler free though, since I am trying to make a nice spoiler free review for those who want to see it, and those who haven't seen it yet. And if you like more of this content, please do subscribe, and I will definitely try and keep making more movie reviews and such. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and see you all next time.